ladies and gentlemen. When I say ago, that means, are you ready? And you need to answer, ame, I am ready. And at the end, I will say, ashe, so be it. Ago. Ha! Ago. All right. Ago. Ashe. When the world was very new, Niyame, the sky god, gave all the wisdom in the world to Anansi, the Spider-Man. And he told him he could do with it whatever he pleased. Of course, Anansi, being greedy and all of that, wanted to keep it all to himself. How lucky I am to have all of this good sense. So one day I will become a king, and then I will be the only wise man in the whole world. But I must hide it carefully where no one else can find it and take some of it away from me. So Anansi ran through the forest as fast as his 8 legs could take him, looking for a place to hide his pot of wisdom. Well, at last Anansi found just that tree. It was a great silk cotton tree. The roots came up above the ground so high, you could hide an elephant. And its trunk was so wide, you could hide Anansi's whole house. And at the top, it branched out like an umbrella. And it was covered with soft, silvery leaves and a fine gauze that looked like cotton. This is the perfect tree. No one will be able to climb this tree because there are no branches near the ground. So, Anansi started to climb the tree. But the tree was not so easy to climb because there were no branches to the ground. But you know what? Anansi did not even worry about that because he knew he had 8 legs. Now tell me, people have how many legs? Animals have mostly? Aha! But Anansi the Spider-Man had 8 legs. So he got ready to start to climb that tree. He tied that pot in front of him, so he would hang right in front of him. Then he began to climb. First, he put his 2 top legs around the top of the trunk as far as they would reach. The next 2 around the top of the pot. The next 2 around the bottom of the pot. And the last 2 underneath the pot. While Anansi pulled with his top legs, and he pushed with his bottom legs, and he held onto the pot with his 4 middle legs. But my, the pot was heavy. After all, it contained all the wisdom in the world. Slowly, Anansi started climbing up that tree. He was feeling really good about himself when suddenly, he slipped and he fell right back down to the ground. Surely I can climb this tree. I have 8 legs. So he tried again. He hugged that tree trunk as tight as he could. And he pulled, and he pushed. But no sooner did he start going up the tree than he slipped and he fell again right back down to the ground. Boom. Well, this time Anansi got up and he was really angry. I'll try one more time. And he did. Well, he hugged that trunk tighter than before. And he pulled, and he pushed. But no sooner did he start going up the tree than his middle leg slipped, then his right upper leg slipped, and his bottom leg slipped, and boom, down came Anansi. Pot and wisdom and all right back down to the ground. Now, all of this time, Kuma, Anansi's eldest son, had been watching. Dad, why don't you hang the pot behind you instead of in front of you? Well, when Anansi heard this, he realized that his son, Kuma, had some wisdom too, and that he did not have all the wisdom in the world. Why, this made Anansi so angry. He picked up that pot and he threw it to the ground, and it broke into 1,000,000 pieces, and all of this good sense came pouring out in all directions. Why, it made such a noise. People want to know what had happened. The men came running from their hunting. The women came running from the market. The children came running from their games. And when they saw all of this good scents pouring out in all directions, they all got down and took some. Even the animals took some. And they spread it all over the world. China, Japan, Indonesia, France, England, Venezuela, Brazil, Panama, the United States, Canada, and even Aruba. Yes, they came from places where it was always hot and places where it was always, because there was lots of wisdom to go around, eh? Plenty for you and plenty for me. Oh, oh,